Yo, 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 it's your boy AJ, man. Another video on the way. But this video is going to be about, I got this idea from, my homegirl, man. Y'all look her up on YouTube, man. It is called TGGK Lice. I'm going to spell it out for you. TGGK LYCE. I think that's how you pronounce it. Lice, I guess. But yeah. That's her channel, and I looked on her shorts, and she had asked this question. I wonder how the world would operate if you got paid to be loyal and faithful. I mean, I see where she was going with this, man. I see where she was going with this. Like, oh, it'll like literally make people be a lot more loyal and faithful now. But you gotta understand, bro. If money is involved with this shit now, it's like people will just take advantage of it. Human beings are stupid, so they will just take advantage of it. It's not gonna be genuine at all, because being faithful and loyal it comes from the heart. That's why we don't get paid from it. That's exactly why we don't get paid from it, bro, because it only comes from the heart. It's not something that you used to pay, because if it's something that you used to pay, then that means money buys love then. And money don't buy love. Money buys happiness, and money doesn't buy happiness. If that was the case, bro, money will buy love. It's like you're paying for somebody's lifestyle. It's like you're paying for a lifestyle now. You're not actually having a real connection, you know? So if you're getting paid to love, and if you're getting paid to be faithful, most of these motherfuckers out here will be too damn greedy, and they will just use their own partner for money, which they're not gonna care. Even if they probably not even gonna like this person for real, and they still gonna be putting on this facade. They gonna put on this mask, bro. It's just a facade, really. It's not from within. It's just a mask that they put on. Like, whole time, you only doing it for the money. You don't want to be faithful, bro. This is not something that you want to do. So people will take advantage of people, and people will try to take other people's money too. They're gonna be that selfish because they want all the money to themselves. Okay, just by being faithful, they know that they don't want to stay in this relationship, but they're gonna stay in this relationship for a little while until they get more money and more money just by being quote unquote faithful. They just only being loyal for the money. They're not doing it from the heart. This is not who they are. They really want to cheat so bad, but they only staying in that relationship without cheating just for the money. If you really think about it, bro, this is dangerous, bro. Like, people out here they're soulless, bro. All they care about is just external validation. All they care about is using you for attention, using you for validation, using you for money, just want access to you. They just want to benefit. They just want to benefit themselves and not actually need or want a real connection, bro. A spiritual, mental connection. They don't want that shit. They just want to use you for sex. Women can use you for sex too. They want to use you for money. Men can also use you for money too. So you got to really think, bro. It's really not a gender thing, bro. Anybody does this, bro. Anybody does this. And it's like, if you think deeper, bro, me personally, I know for a fact, for the people that embodies being faithful and loyal, and that's who they are going to be the richest people. The real faithful ones are going to be the richest people. It don't even have to be, you know, it don't even have to be a relationship, bro. It can just be a relationship, in a companionship way. You know what I'm saying? A platonic relationship. It can be like that, nothing romantic and nothing sexual, none of that. Just a regular relationship. Yes. Like a companionship. I don't like to say friendship, so I'm just trying to switch up my words. But yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? Now you know for a fact that people that put on a facade, right? to be faithful and loyal just to get paid. Really, it's just for the money, bro. They're not like that. Most of them are not. So the mask gonna eventually come off, and then they're gonna literally stab that person in the back because they only did it for the money. And then that's how people will get their heart broken even more. Things will just be a lot worse, by the way. They will get their heart broken even more, bro. If you really think about that shit, they will get heartbroken bad because they just using you for the money. That's it. They're gonna try to take your money if they really wanted to, because they not really loyal. So they're gonna try to play it nice, like, oh, I need your money for this, but they just gonna take it for themselves, and then they're just gonna want to spend it on bullshit. They're not even gonna keep the money regardless, bro. They probably not even gonna keep the money. You care about money that much, but you're gonna spend them. You're gonna spend almost half of the money on bullshit that you really don't need. You think you need that shit. You think you want it, but as soon as you get it, it's like, oh damn, like I don't feel like I need this no more. I don't feel like I want it no more. Bro, that's what I'm saying. That means that's something that you really don't need, bro. That's something that you don't like. It was just a feeling, bro. But that's something that you really don't want. It's just a feeling. Like that object that you really wanted to get this whole time, as soon as you get it, oh, you don't feel that spark. You don't feel that happiness that you first was feeling from the start. It's like, yeah, that's how you know materialistic things don't really buy no happiness either. Materialistic things don't bring happiness. It don't bring peace. Bro, you supposed to, if you're gonna have all that money, if you're gonna fake like you're being faithful for money, quote unquote, right? Because you're not faithful at all. At least use the money, even though it's still terrible, but at least use the money for something. Save the money up for something that's more beneficial to your life, bro. Literally. Even though it's fucked up that you had to fake it. So eventually you're not gonna keep that money. You're gonna still spend it because you're fake. You're fake, bro. For the ones that is really faithful and they embody that, they're not soulless. That's who they are. They're faithful, they're loyal, they always been loyal. They always show genuine love. No matter how many times they've been hurt in their life. They love like they've never been hurt before. Them people are going to be the richest ones. They're going to be more rich. They wouldn't have to worry about spending their money. And, people out here, they can just have this mindset of, well, I mean, the money will also help them to have a good mental space. Hold on. All right, yeah, so I'm back. It's just the fucking air conditioner came back on. I didn't want to hear all that loud noise while I'm recording. I want y'all to hear my voice a lot more clearly. But guys, yeah, they'll become more rich, so the money will help them in a way, not all the way, because they loyal, they faithful, so they're not gonna care about the money. But the money will kind of help them, have a good mental space, and it'll also help two faithful people together to never be broke, and that's how they grow, and that's how they will live a better life, a more peaceful life, because in society it's just the money phase. It just helps people to not be broke or to not be homeless. So it's like that's the only way. But if you got real love by your side, if you got a real genuine person by your side, that costs more. That costs more than actual money. You will be happy because you got a person by your side that's still supporting you. That's how you know money doesn't really matter, bro. You know what I mean? Think about that. So, yeah, that's the only reason money would help couples, if they was to be faithful and they get paid off for being faithful, they're going to be the richest ones if they embody that, if that's who they are naturally, organically. They're not just putting on a facade. If they put on a facade, they're not going to get paid no more because they faking it. The mask's going to have to come off. They don't want to, they feel like they about to miss out on some shit. So they always focus on external validation. So they're going to eventually stop. Once they feel like they have enough money, they're going to stop dealing with that person. They're just going to break their heart, or they probably going to stab them in the back in the way of, well, I'm going to take your money too. Like what? No, it's dangerous. Real dangerous. But for the ones that's genuinely faithful and it's organic and that's who they are, they embody the embodiment of being faithful, they're going to become more rich, bro, because that's who they are. So they're going to keep being faithful, because that's who they are. They're not gonna stop, you know. So they're being their authentic self, man. They're gonna be the ones that's more rich, and that's how their relationship is gonna be more a happier place, because of what's within, not because of the money, of what's within. They're rich off who they are from the inside. Exactly my point. That's what's gonna make them more happier. They both don't have to worry about struggling with the bills and none of that, really, which is good. So I get what she was saying in that, in her shorts, but I wanted to speak on that, man. That was just another idea that I thought about. It's like, yeah, it'll be a lot more worse. It'll be a lot more fake people that'll just show their true colors. But for the rare people that are faithful and loyal, they're gonna be the richest ones, because they're gonna keep doing it. So they're gonna keep being faithful. And for the ones that cheat on them, they're not gonna get as much money. It's just they're just not gonna get that much money because they cheated. So now this world will be crazy as shit, bro. Because most of these human beings are just so stupid as fuck, to the point where they all they care about is money. They too greedy for this shit. It's not about the money, man. Stop focusing on that shit. It's about a real connection. And if you have a real connection, y'all will literally support each other. The support is more valuable than money. It'll just help you to keep going, because we supposed to attract money anyway, by the things that we love doing, by the things that we're passionate about. But yeah, those are my thoughts, man. Ashe, shalom, and I'm out, bro.